Hello everyone. Today I've decided to play an old favorite of mine again. I put it down for a while because I wasn't really happy with how it performed. But yeah, I mean, I collected a bunch of tickets again, so I don't care if I finish badly with this pile. Um, I went back mostly to my most recent version in paper, which is this, and I think maybe Dakfane is not so good in online metagame. I'm not entirely sure. So like when I recorded with the deck previously, I think I cut down to one deck and two chases. So maybe I should have done that, but yeah, I felt like going back mostly to this. But I changed the Submerge and second Hydroblasts for two Vapor Snags because this deck seems to have a lot of problems with like Turbo Depths and Grixis Delver, and especially Grixis Delver, especially Gurmak Angler, which is very hard to kill with Punishing Fires. So just to have more outs to those kind of decks. And it's been a very long time since I played this deck, so I'm probably gonna play not perfectly. This hand is kind of too slow, I guess. Like, it does have a nice mix of lands and spells, but the spells are gonna take a long while to be effective. So I think I have to mulligan this. This is tricky, like the Scry could get me a land, and then if I get a land here, I can Preordain and be probably fine. But yeah, I think I can't risk it. This is definitely better. Like at least we can bolt their turn one thing. I think I don't need more lands here. I mean, a third land. I'll need a third land for Snapcaster Bolt, but I also need to draw like actually relevant stuff. Sure, I'll play this out. Maybe I should have played Island around Wasteland, because like he could now waste me and then play Delver or a Deathrite in his second main. Here I'm gonna play the Tropical and not the basic Island, because then if he does want to wasteland me, he might make the wrong choice and waste my Tropical, for example. Also, I have to remember not to f6 here, because I'm used to playing decks like Enchantress, where you don't really want to interact with what your opponent is doing during their turn. I don't think I want to bolt this, right? I want to bolt it. If he ever plays a Cable Therapy, I definitely want to bolt it, because I don't want him to flash it back. For now I think I want to keep it for something like Leovold. I might bolt it end of turn just so I get the advantage first, but I think I highly doubt it. Yeah, bolting a Deathrite seems better. And not playing out the Grove here just to not give him any information. I could have not bolted the Deathrite and then used Engineered Explosives. Like to kill both of them, but I don't think that was worth it. And here I could in combat have bolted his Veteran Explorer, but again, like he only gains 1 mana here, so I don't think it's worth using my Snapcaster Bolt. Like it might screw him on his what he was trying to cast this turn. That's not worth wasting my spells on. This does look kind of big. Hope it's not a Grave Titan or something. Seen it for 5. I have no idea what kind of creature you'd want at 5. Oh yeah, Titania. Okay. So in response, I think I need to Snapcaster Bolt it. So he doesn't get the triggers. So he doesn't get the. He gets back his land, but he doesn't get to. He doesn't get like any tokens by getting the to sacrifice his land. Don't think there is a reason to play out this land. Oh, I missed my attack by accident. Yeah, I should have clicked my thing to attack, of course. And yeah, here I'm not gonna play out my land, like I was just saying. There's a disadvantage about talking during video, like you're too focused on your words and less on what you're trying to do. Abrupt decay something in response, sure. Do I care about any of these? Scavenging Ooze is tough to kill. Like Pernicious Deed doesn't do a whole lot, like it does kill a thing in the ice or something, but I mean I can engineer the explosives if I ever want to. Scavenging Ooze I can also engineer the explosive, and then I also kill my own Snapcaster, and the same for Strix, but Strix also draws a card, right? I think I take the Strix because that's a 2-for-1, and if you play the Strix, he's gonna get 1 card deeper anyway. So like he would get this therapy even if I did not take the Strix. So at least he doesn't have a 1/1 death touch body to flashback this therapy. Okay, I'm probably gonna play Scavenging Ooze. That's fine. So now they have Pernicious Deed in hand. Ooh, they only have 1 mana. 1 green mana, so they cannot grow it beyond lightning bolt range. Yeah, they're gonna eat my click, gain a life. And I think there's still no reason to play out the Grove. Like if I need the red source to Snapcaster Bolt, I can correct my polluted delta. If I play Bedlam Reveler here, he can actually blow it up with the deed. So I should give him a reason to blow it up, right? Maybe I can engineer the explosives for 3, which means it can also take care of Leovold. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this out, because I'm gonna have to discard it if I ever play Bedlam Reveler anyway. So, do I want to blow up these explosives here yet? Like, can I even cast the Bedlam Reveler? It's gonna cost me 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I also lose my Snapcaster. So I think I'm not yet doing that. If I get to use this Spell Snare or something, I might want to. Yeah, this Spell Snare isn't doing anything. So let's see, if I snap bolt here, this is gonna cost 8 again. And I only have 7 mana, so yeah, I don't snap bolt yet. Although he probably doesn't have an answer to the Bedlam Reveler, right? I think I'm just gonna snap bolt here and start attacking with it. Like, the Spell Snare doesn't look very great here. It does stop shit like Baleful's tricks, but yeah, any land we draw here could activate our Bedlam Reveler. Well, I guess both of these are better than Spell Snare. Like, if he doesn't draw anything, the Punishing Fire kills him. Okay. Even if he draws a Strix, we can Punishing Fire the Strix. This becomes a 4, like this is 6 damage, so we can return. Like, we can Brainstorm to pump it a second time or something. So, Blood Moon probably not good, Hydroblast probably not good. Pithing Needle, yeah, they probably have some amount of activated abilities they want to hit. They do play blue, so they might have blue Planeswalkers. I think this is not for Force of Will matchup for sure. Probably not all Spell Snares either. I mean, they did have Ooze and stuff, right? But Spell Pierce is gonna lose value quickly. Vapor Snag only slows them down, so I probably prefer Naturalize and I guess by lack of better cards I'm just gonna force something. This hand looks good. If I see more blue cards this game, I might board in my Pyroblasts, but so far it has not like only 2 counter Strixes. Yeah, maybe it's better than Force of Will, I don't know. I'm not going to preordain yet, like I don't know what I'm actually looking for, and I can brainstorm in response to cable therapy. brainstorms. Yeah, like if they find a therapy or a black source, whichever they are still looking for, then I'm gonna need this brainstorm. Veteran Explorer, sure. So I could preordain looking for a second blue source. I think I'm just keeping this open, and end of his turn I can always Punishing Fire the Veteran Explorer, if he did not find the sacrifice effect yet. I think I want to play this game very slowly, like not overextend into anything or... Okay, this was clearly giving him a lot of value there. Maybe I should just have punished it, but whatever. I'm gonna get 2 basics anyway, which is not a problem. And I can brainstorm. Oh, actually I can still brainstorm to counter this, right? It's a demonic tutor, so I might as well counter the thing he tutors for, if it's something I dislike. Maybe he does have a lot of 2-drops, so maybe I should leave in both spell snares. Oh, actually I did. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig for a spell snare here. If I don't find it, I don't care, because Punishing Firing the Baleful Strix, like this is a 2-for-1, but Punishing Fire is also like more than a 2-for-1. See, I don't think I want. Oh, actually, I can steal his Baleful Strix. That seems funny. So yeah, we don't need this right now. Don't think I need the Snapcaster yet. Probably want to draw it again later at some later point, but for now I'm fine with shuffling. So let's... I don't think it matters if I let him gain life, so I may want to tap the 2 groves here. Let's see, for colorless, blue, and this one for red. Yeah, I think I prefer keeping open the double blue, so I can still preordain this turn. I don't want to commit the thing in the ice yet. Oh, might be great, because like the thing in the ice now, if he has Pernicious Deed for 2, I would get wrecked, and I can't trigger this yet anyway. No, and I want to keep open the brainstorm in case he has the therapy. And there are a lot of reasons to not play Thing in the Ice here. And if I ever actually flip it, he gets back his Baleful Strix, so that seems lame too. He might actually, if he has both, he could play a 2-drop first to make me tap out, and then he could therapy me. But or of course he could therapy me, force me to brainstorm, and then play 2-drop if that's what he wants to. What he wants to do. So I'm probably not gonna drop the chase yet. So I wanna keep it for later game. And I don't think with all these planeswalkers I really care about Thing in the Eye. So I'm also gonna hide the spell snare. Because like if he plays the therapy here to make me tap out from spell snare, he might think it's a good card. Of course, he could also now play Explorer, sacrifice Explorer to the therapy. Yeah, exactly. Spell snare is what he wanted to take. Maybe I should have kept the chase, but it would be too risky for him to take. Like if he shuffles the library now with Veteran Explorer, I'm gonna be sad that I lost him. The deck Fade and Punishing Fire is still going to provide a bunch of value. Okay, so he's gonna drop his 2-drop. So indeed he was playing the therapy first to make me like not have spell snare up. Now he's gonna flash this back. Probably gonna take Thing in the Ice or Vendilion Click. I mean that like these two don't really make any sense. No click. So he has something in his hands that he wants to protect, clearly. Gonna start by digging me some. Discard Punishing Fire. I guess 3 groves are enough. So I could keep all my mana up, or I could just play the Jace, and like what does he have that makes that could make playing Jace bad? Like Leovold, I have answers to Leovold, so I don't care about it. Well, he doesn't play red, so he doesn't play Pyroblast. All that could happen here is that he has a Force of Will plus a blue card, but I don't think I care enough about those. Ooh, Force. Probably don't need all these bolts or all these Thing in the Ices. Especially because it would make me weaker to Cable Therapy. Five, 6 mana. Probably a Green Sun Zenith that I want to counter. I mean, all it does is get him Titania, which I can bolt before he does anything with it. So basically this is, I lose a bolt, he loses, like he gets back a land. I think I don't need to force it. I don't think I need to keep Spell Snare up here, so I'm just gonna bolt Titania, not with the Grove. Like I don't need to keep open my blue land, and then I can use the Grove to get back Punishing Fire. Opponent could have Surgical, but I'm not gonna play around it here. Like I could either force his Surgical, or I could just not care. I think I want to start with deck Faden before playing Jace because it does dig me deeper. Don't need Punishing Fire. Don't need a second Thing in the Ice, probably. Breathing Needle doesn't achieve much. This deck Faden doesn't. I might need to Punishing Fire these Baleful Tricks at some point, because I think I want a bigger clock with a thing in the ice. I probably should have tapped Grow for the colorless there, because I'm kind of screwing myself on blue mana here, potentially. Do I care about any of these? I don't think so. Could probably burn him out at this point. Maybe I don't even really need this thing in the ice anymore. Is this a Jace? Or a Zenith for 3? Zenith for 3. It could be a Leovold, in which case he just draws a card. Or it could be... I think I'm gonna be super aggressive here. My opponent hasn't been doing anything good here. Like if it's a Leovold, he actually only draws a card, so probably it's not even a big problem. But maybe he has some creatures that interfere. Like he could even just be getting a Scavenging Ooze and start exiling stuff in response to Snapcaster, or so. Like maybe he played for 3 just as a trick. Yeah, I can bounce this with the thing in the ice, so I don't think I care enough. So he's gonna get that back. Then I think I start by returning the Punishing Fire. And punish him. I'm not gonna do the math here, but I think with all these bolts I'm already in good spots. Like this gets bounty, takes 7, and then I bolt him, bolt, snap bolt, or more Punishing Fires, or whatever. Should be dead. Yeah, he's at 9 now, so yeah, I attack him down, and then bolt him. And opponent concedes. Hooray, first win. So let's see, league closes on, is that Tuesday or Wednesday? Close on Wednesday and ends on Thursday, but I think the banner restricted announcement is already... I think that's already on the 17th, so that means... Yeah, so that means there will either it will be implemented a few days later, or people, or like it doesn't make a lot of sense to have like a few days where you can play a league with like without the banned cards anymore. So they probably it's probably only going to be active 2 days after the official date, like the 19th. I mean, if even anything changes at all. That's not certain. And on to the second round. No, no, no. He will be our opponent. Yeah, this hand looks very keepable. Only turn 1 Blood Moon would be nasty. Or like turn 1 Chalice, because we can't spell Snare it yet. A Burnish deck. So the question is, do I want to keep open Spell Snare for whatever 2-drops they have? I think not. Not yet. I probably want to fetch a basic around Price of Progress. And just Ponder. And then like just kill his dude at some point. Reveler is not gonna be cast very soon. Don't have a third land, but Force and Brainstorm seem fine. No, I think I'm actually just gonna shuffle there. Against a very aggressive draw, the Force of Will could prove useful. Like if I'm trying to Punishing Fire the Swift Spear and they daze it, like it doesn't matter if I actually force the daze or the force, because this will become a 2/3 and it won't die to my removal spells. I think I want to start with bolting the Pyromancer, so I can still keep open Spell Snare for his next Pyromancer. Or like, what's it called? Storm Chaser Mage, which is another 2-drop that I may want to kill. Counter. Though now without the Brainstorm I don't have a lot of filtering here, so... So I might just, of course, die to not drawing anything good for the foreseeable future. Did not shuffle, so that means the Delver is going to flip. Which means I prevent more damage by killing the Delver here. And I'm gonna do it now so he can't Spell Pierce me. Days. I probably need to force this. Deck Faden doesn't seem too great here. If this also gets dazed, yeah, then that's going to suck. So he already used 2 dazes, so I'm not going to play around any more days here. Oh, wait, these are all 1, right? But I'm gonna die like he brainstorms. This, like if he brainstorms into a second instant or sorcery, I just die if I played explosives because I don't have enough mana. So yeah, even though it would be a great value play, I think I just need to fire the Delver here. I'm playing 21 lands, so it's just very unfortunate that after a Ponder Shuffle I didn't find any more. Here I need to find the land, and he should not have a counter spell for it. which is kind of... Actually, he only has 2 cards, right? Yeah. Okay. He just brainstormed, so he's I'm quite sure he has a land there, right? Is there any point in playing Is it Charm? Draw more cards. All I can find is a land for the bolt. Playing Thing in the Icebox, one thing, so that's the same as bolt. Basically, I lose to him having 1 spell. I'm still gonna do it. But basically, by not drawing a land, we just lost. Okay, that's actually not a land. Whoa, okay. I could still draw a land, and if he does not have a daze, I still win. I don't need to play Run Price of Progress anymore here, because I'm dead either way. If he had a bolt, he would already have played it, so... Pyromancer... getting the Spell Snare. Having the potential to be very good, but never doing anything. Do damage to it. Oh, okay, and we dead. Yeah, if I had found the land a bit earlier, it might have been fine. I don't know. Pyroblast seems good. Hydroblast definitely. Probably Ghostlake's Return, because it could kill like 2 creatures. Like Monastery Swift Spear is hard to kill with the Ghostlake's Return, I think, but still seems okay. Pierce seems good, Snare seems good. Probably deck Faden is not so great here. Flusterstorm is probably better. I think this is not a Vapor Snag matchup either. Like all these creatures die to some form of bolts, so I'm just gonna cut. I think I have better cards than Force in this matchup. I don't play Wasteland, so theoretically I could cut a land. I don't think that's what I want to be doing. I'm on the play, so maybe I cut all of these and I add... No, I'll leave him 1 Force. Maybe on the draw, because I'm behind on tempo, I might want to double Force in. Will I play first? Yes. This hand seems reasonable. I mean, it deals with creatures. Deals with a lot of creatures, and we're not playing around Wasteland here, so... There is no reason yet to play my Brainstorm yet. Like I'm the control deck, so I'm gonna let my opponent... maybe I want to Pyroblast this? I think that it might be greedy. I think I don't want to give him the information here. Because then he knows like whether he has to play around certain removal spells. Like, yeah, I'm the control deck, so I'm gonna let him play out his stuff before I make a move myself. And if he plays a creature here, I'm gonna play around days and not bolt it end of turn. I don't think I want to click into a Pyroblast or a Daze here either, so I'm just gonna wait. Now I can play around Daze, so I'm probably not gonna play around Pyroblast. But again, I want to keep my click end of turn, like this is not a matchup where I want to draw step click. First I need to see if he plays creatures, I can deal with them with my removal spells. Now only if he doesn't play anything I start clicking. And I think I'm not gonna play around surgical here. I just want to get my value. Unless he has something like a Bedlam Reveler coming up in a few turns, I'm quite far ahead, I think. Then he still has 6 cards, so he's not gonna Bedlam Reveler and discard 5 anyway. Sure. Do I want to copy this? No, because then he can copy it again. And I have less mana available to do the kind of stuff I want to be doing. Here I'm not going to fight over the click if he does something to it. Fire 1 damage me, 1 damage my click. Maybe I wanna spell pierce this. I mean, probably having the click in play and having an attacker forcing him to do something seems like if this spell pierce resolves, then I'm then I have the possibility to shift gears and become like the aggressive deck, and then my opponent has to do something through all these disruptive spells. So it seems worth, because like he already has 4 mana, so the spell pierce is not going to counter a whole lot in the future anyway. Okay, that's fine. Opponent has at least 1 land in hand, maybe a second, and probably like 2 real spells. And I can't imagine them having 4 land. They already brainstormed, so they should have shuffled away a bunch of lands. Electrickery, Fork Bolt or Pyroblast. Pyroblast is definitely the most annoying. Because Electrickery doesn't even do a whole lot, right? I mean, it does kill the Vendilion Clique, which I may want to draw step here. Because I already know the stuff in his hand, and I just want him to not cast anything here. This might be a bit aggressive, so I wouldn't say this is the perfect play. Might Electrickery this in response, that's fine, I guess. Swift Spare I can deal with. Swift Spare into Bolt is quite a lot of damage. No, I think I can deal with all of these. So I'll Bolt, Swift Spear. So he plays the Swift Spear, he Fork Bolts me, I take 4 damage, then I need to Lightning Bolt it. Yeah, this is also why the click was not really important, but like it shows me that I can't Punishing Fire the Swift Spear, like I have to bolt it because he has the bolt open. So yeah, he can keep these. He also needs to crack his fetch. To actually no, he doesn't because he had a land drop. So he's not going to use a forked bolt. And it's a sorcery, so it can't be dealt with. I think I do this now. Because if I wait for his turn, good fork bolt, and with the trigger on the stack I need to bolt it. I don't know. Actually no, it still doesn't matter, right? Yeah, whatever. I don't know what I'm... Another Swift Spare. Do I counter this? I think I Hydroblast this, because I don't have a second bolt and I have no way to deal with it anymore. The opponent has Fork Bolt and Lightning Bolt, so there is no reason to not play this Punching Fire here. Let's see, I play Thing in the Ice. They could use a double removal spell on it. I think here there isn't really a reason to commit anything to the board, right? Might brainstorm me 1 or 2 turns. I don't think I need to do it now yet. Pyromancer. I think I'm fine letting this resolve. It does get a token out of it, but at least I can... It will... Like, punishing firing this will force him to like use his lightning bolt if he wants to get a token as value. Or no, actually fork bolt. Which means he can't double bolt my Thing in the Ice anymore. So he fired this, opponent only has lightning bolt in hand. And if they also commit their lightning bolt here to make another token, I'm definitely fine with that. Like, I do take 5 damage and he gets 2 tokens. But I can try to bounce the tokens. Like I can block them for a while. Like I can block one of them. If he also has a ball to kill this Thing in the Ice, that's not a big problem for me. Because I have a second one. At least I'm taking the... Yeah, at least he's not throwing the bolt at me then. Yeah, end of turn, return the Punishing Fire. He could have drawn Surgical at any point whenever I give him a draw step, but again, there's no reason to play around it. Okay, I think the fetch land means I want to start brainstorming, just get this thing going before I take too much damage, because like 1 Price of Progress would already deal 3, which is quite a lot. Would already deal 6, I mean. So I'm gonna get a basic here. See, I could play Thing in the Ice. I have 1 Punishing Fire open, or Pyroblast. Yeah, I think I want a second blocker here. And next turn with 2 Groves I can probably flip them. Pyromancer. Sure. He's gonna make a token. I'm gonna Punishing Fire this. Do I need to Punishing Fire this actually? Because if I Punishing Fire him, this goes down to 2. So he's gonna get back his Pyromancer if I make it flip, right? Yeah, I think I don't want him to get it back. Because then I need to deal with it at a later point. Although these actually deal 14 damage, so it doesn't matter, because if I would Punishing Fire him, then he'd just be dead to the double thing in the eyes. Okay. Definitely need to kill this Whisper here before he draws something for it. I also don't want... And I'm just short a few mana to flip my second one, right? Oh, actually I can Pyroblast something. So this is the reason... Oh no, I already played land. So I think I want to flip it here. And then yeah, next turn I kill him. That's a bit annoying. But he would need... Well, like Price of Progress off the top would kill me. Because I would take 8 here. Bedlam Reveler. This is actually a horror, so that's annoying. So he doesn't get bounced. I can kill him with Punishing Fire together with these. Like, because he can only block one of them. But yeah, I'm still dead to him having drawn something good off the Bedlam Reveler. Like double bolt wouldn't do it. Chain lightning, sure. Yeah, but I can't use my fetch land if he has another bolt spell. Oh, he's gonna kill my thing. That's very annoying. Because now I can't attack. I can kill this Bedlam Reveler though. I think I need to do it now, right? Let's see, punish the Bedlam. Maybe he should have left the Pyroblast for my upkeep. Just to give this one more counter. Still gonna play the Polluted Delta here, like in case he plays anything that's not a Lightning Bolt. Like if he plays any blue spell, I can still Pyroblast it. Because he dies next turn, so I don't want him to brainstorm into anything useful. Or Pyroblast, or probe into anything useful. GG. Oh, this just... Did we lose the first game? Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I actually lost the first game there. Do I want to change anything? Probably like a second force on the draw. Maybe Counterspell is a bit slow. Although it is a clean answer to something like Bedlam Reveler. Actually, Clique was not really great here. It's a flying blocker. Or flying attacker, but yeah, this is keepable. Don't have removal spell. So if he goes like turn 1 Delver and dazes our ponder, we don't find the bolt. We're in a bunch of trouble. Like the hand is very average, and it might easily lose, is what I was trying to say. But it's just good enough not to mulligan it. Spell Snare probably too late. Flusterstorm probably still good enough if he wants to fight over anything. Then again, I also don't need to grow, so either I shuffle these. Yeah, I think I want more cantrips, so I'm gonna shuffle this. Because like neither of these cards were very good with Thing in the Ice, and I wouldn't have found a removal spell at any point soon. He probes me, which means I can have 6 because he knows I have nothing. Yeah, I think I'm not favored in this game. I think I'm actually behind. If I were on the play, I think I would have been favored, but like maybe not favored, but with a hand I would have had a good chance. But yeah, like it's basically a burn deck, and I guess burn you don't want to be on the draw. Here I probably want to keep open counterspell and counter anything basically, because I think the ice is just gonna get either dazed or bolted. I mean not bolted, but pyroblasted, killed, double bolted. Like you can't really block Monastery Swiftbear with a Thing in the Ice because you can just kill it with lightning bolt. Here I think I want to ponder, and he could daze it if I like theoretically, but I didn't want to play a land until I knew whether I wanted to shuffle or not. I don't think he has a daze, so I think I'm just going for. Do I wait? Like I could either take the bolt and try to bolt this, but if it fails, I have no way of really dealing with it, or I could take the force and bolt it next turn with protection. Force also protects me against more broken stuff. Yeah, I think I want to take the force first. I'm gonna take a bit more damage here, but I'm much more likely to kill this next turn. Then I want to shuffle away the land. I think it was a grove or something, or like a fetch land. So I need to play my fetch land next turn and then bolt the thing. Opponent shuffled their library. Did not play a second land yet. That's really awkward. I think it's especially strange. So it means they must have like a bunch of counter spells, right? Because otherwise, oh, they're F6ing even. Here I'm probably gonna counter anything he plays, like any cantrip. And then next turn play a Thing in the Ice. Lightning bolt, sure. Okay, opponent does not want to discard. So that's why they just bolt me here. Like, would they have like 7 burn spells? Because they don't have lands and they didn't have cantrips, or he would have played it. So either like a bunch of high mana costless spells that are not. I am gonna take a lot here. I think I'm just gonna counterspell it. Like then I don't need to keep open my mana all the time. I could also have it right because he couldn't copy it back, and we both take 3 damage. Copying doesn't flip my thing in the ice, so so I could double bolt him. Then he takes 13 damage, and I can force anything he plays. I think that's what I want to do. And then next turn I can still play Bedlam Reveler if I haven't won yet. Yeah, if I had not countered his spell, he would be at -1 here. Now I basically counter only things that kill my horror, right? Actually, he can also play a blocker, because this doesn't have flying. If he plays Bedlam Reveler, I need to kill it, I need to counter it. Because the damage would be too big. Brainstorm... I guess he already played land, so I'm only gonna counter the thing he plays here. Like, he can only play one more spell, except Probe. And if I counter that, he should just lose. Unless if he has like Pyroblast and Force and blue card. So yeah, I counter this. Just so he doesn't have a blocker. And yeah, opponent is dead. Okay. Okay. A bunch of people on the street, probably like a Turkish wedding or something. Look like people driving in cars, having a party. Anyway, I'm still curious what my opponent could have had in hand, like that he didn't get to play anything. Because the deck doesn't play a lot of high costed mana spells. third one. Nekoyama. Might be a difficult matchup because he plays Knights of the Reliquary and stuff, which is really bigger than things we can deal with. So Jace is gonna be a good card here, just to try to keep it in check. But we only have one Jace. This is not great. He doesn't have any cantrips, but he does deal with their first, like with the Death Rite and the Mother of Runes. I probably should mulligan this, right? Otherwise I'm just gonna die if he has anything good, like... Ooh, this would be good with just a single land. Alright, I guess I keep this. I want more mana, but I don't want it now yet. Like otherwise, if he has... If I'm Punishing Fire his first two creatures... Okay, he's actually on a different deck. Like, yeah, I think I played against him like almost 10 times. And he he never played a blue deck so far when I played against him. Then again, I also usually don't play blue decks. It's probably Miracles. I mean, it could be some blue Delver variant, which I've seen a lot lately. Yeah, there is no reason here to use my Brainstorm yet. Maybe I do it end of his turn to get a land for my Jace. Did not get land. Bolt seems mediocre here. All of these seem good if they're... So I'm not gonna fetch here because I did want all of these cards. So I'm just gonna fetch away only the Lightning Bolt. I mean, it's okay against Monastery Mentor, I guess, but... Ooh, Bedlam Reveler. I think it's a good card, but not at this point yet. By playing out the Grove, I kind of tell him that I'm not Sneaky Show, like from before, just playing cantrips, and that might have meant I was Sneaky Show. So I could either end of turn Snapcaster Brainstorm to force him to do anything. I think I'm gonna wait, because if I do it the next turn, I can at least still use my fetch land to shuffle if I want to shuffle away anything. And my opponent has 7. My opponent has 7 cards in hand, so... And I only have 4. So he's definitely gonna have more tools to deal with me in the battle than I am. Yeah, it's definitely... Oh, it's not Miracles, that's surprising. Counterspell, oh, I was actually hoping for that he would use Counterspell, because then we get to Spell Snare him. The opponent is tapped out, he can't hardcast Force of Will here, so I think that's the window to play my Jace. He could have Double Daze, but he would probably have... No, he couldn't Double Daze my... No, he couldn't have Double Dazed my Spell Snare, I think, because I had Double Growth up. So I definitely want to play around Double Daze here. Bolt, I think all of these are okay. I definitely want Snapcaster and Ponder. Engineered Explosives is good if I need to deal with a second true name. Bolt is good if I need to deal with Stoneforge. I think I'm not pondering here, because I want to leave these 2 cards on top, and opponent has 5 cards, but he's not doing a whole lot with them, which is kind of surprising me. Here I want to put away these two. I mean, definitely the land. And probably the bolt. And then I can ponder, right? Because I still have Snapcaster counter spell up. Spell Snare. I think that's really good in this matchup. So I'm gonna leave these two on top. And I can still Snapcaster Brainstorm to get like a second card to pitch to my force. If necessary. Because I don't think I want to pitch my Snapcaster to the force here. Unless I really need to, but Snapcaster Brainstorm. And I can still play around Spell Pierce on my force. Yeah, the J is basically just unmulliganed us. Like, we were 2 cards down by mulliganing, and now we are 2 cards up again. Jace, you say. So, if he does play Flusterstorm main deck, I don't want a Snapcaster here. But I think I want a Snapcaster Brainstorm and get a card for... Like, I can still force it if he has something for my Snapcaster. So, let's see, I want to Brainstorm. I think thing in the Ice is mediocre here. Probably don't need engineered explosives. Like, we can chase Storm into it. I also don't want to pitch the Snapcaster Mage. So I'm gonna force pitch Thing in the Ice, and then I have like protection up again if he also has a counter by now. Either I can counter a counter spell or a Force of Will. I guess I should just have countered the Jace and not his Force of Will. Not entirely sure. Either way, opponent concedes. Gonna expect that he's on back to basics, right? Because he plays a lot of basics and he doesn't play... True Name means he has equipment. Pithing Needle, not entirely sure. Definitely Pyroblasts. Maybe Flusterstorms. Yeah, this is definitely in. So yeah, this is gonna be the maybe pile. Gonna get a Thing in the Ice here. Probably gonna get some amount of Force of Will. Although I can't get too many Force of Will because I'm kind of weak to True Names, and he's gonna bring in Hate for Punishing Fire after he saw the groves, so I can cut this here. Like, I didn't see any wasteland, so I don't mind cutting one land. Spell Pierce, I think because of Jace, Spell Pierce seems better than Flusterstorm, right? Well, Flusterstorm is good in the maybe cut a Lightning Bolt. No, and Thing in the Ice for a Flusterstorm. Like, these are more reactive cards. These kind of control matchups like Miracles, you often don't wanna go all in on the Thing in the Ice plan. Because they just blow it after, like, you spend a lot of time removing counters, playing spells you wouldn't have played yet, and then they just blow it as soon as you can flip it. Here we're gonna keep open Spell Snare instead of playing Ponder. Just to counter his Stoneforge Mystic that's probably coming. Yeah, okay. Or not. And then next turn, I'm not gonna keep open is it Charm because he could drop a True Name, so I need to ponder for Pyroblast or Force of Will. I think I left in 3 forces, right? Yeah. So Ponder. This could get Dazed or Spell Pierced. Okay, Spell Pierce. Nope, do not pay. Probably gonna get a Volcanic here. And then now I actually, if I want to stop True Name, I need to find Force, which I do. Then if I get to untap here, I think I'm in an okay spot. Yeah, it's a pity that I can't do this with a Spell Snare up, but I think being protected against True Name was more important. Like, especially now I have Naturalize and Deck Faden, so I have a feeling this equipment is not gonna do a whole lot. So I could kill this, or I could play Deck Faden and plus. I think I'm fetching a basic here. Still playing around back to basics. No, actually I need to fetch a Volcanic. In case he wastes me, I still have a red source. But I don't fetch Tropical yet, because I don't want to get wasted off my only green source. So I'll play my Deck Faden. I'm not gonna fight over this probably, because as I said, like, this is more important to fight over True Names. Pitching a Chase, that's interesting. So the quality of his blue cards, like, he must not have had a whole lot of blue cards, I suppose. I think I'm gonna drop the Thing in the Ice here. And I can naturalize his sword if he equips, and force and like remove 2 counters. Maybe if he plays a True Name, I don't even need to force it anymore, if I have already naturalized. Feast of Famine is gone. Place Ponder, sure. Gonna wait as long as possible with this naturalize. Maybe I want to spell snare something first. Probably not, because he tapped out of his mana. Then I'm gonna let him attack before I naturalize. Oh, opponent is not attacking. Probably still want to naturalize though. Just to get my counters off. I think I'm far enough ahead that I don't need to brainstorm and overextend this Thing in the Ice. Okay, if I have to force of will something, I want to be able to like pay for Spell Pierce or things like that. And this way I also keep open is a charm to counter stuff. And also, like, I don't want to shuffle away any of these cards, so I don't know why I would actually want to. Maybe I kill, let's see, if I kill a Stoneforge here. then I can flip my thing in the ice next turn without him getting back his Stoneforge for more equipments. So yeah, I guess I do try to flip it here. Just hope he doesn't have a Sword of Plowshares. Fitting Needle is lame. I guess I don't need the island, do I? Like, I don't have snap. Anything I want to Snapcaster. Like, I want to be able to Snapcaster Spell Snare and Force of Will Pitching Click. So I don't. I think I'll wait one turn with drawing the land. And my opponent must be drawing poorly. Castle's Judgment. Do I care? Probably. Which one do I want to pitch? I could of course Snapcaster Brainstorm, try to dig deeper, but I think that's a waste because I already know the top two cards. So I think I force pitch. I could also pitch Snapcaster Mage and actually either way I win, right? Because this is 9 damage. Yeah, then Snapcaster Mage has the highest value to play end of turn. Because this nets me one card of the Brainstorm, while the click only like removes a card from his hand. So end of turn. This might be a bit too hasty, but yeah, if opponent is f6ing, means they're dead. Okay, this is easily today. Yeah, this hand doesn't do anything. This hand's a bit better. I think I want to bottom the brainstorm here. I already have one. So if I don't want it to get turn 2 therapied, or actually turn 2 I can protect it with the brainstorm, but whatever. Chromox Soldier Stompy, I'm guessing, or like Eldrazi Texas. Gnosis Judgment, Thalia. Oh yeah, this would have been a lot better on the play. Thought not here, sure. So it's not like I can do anything about it. Yeah, I would need to draw like a bolt for the Thalia, and then I would need him to not take my Jace, and yeah, this is not going to end well. See, I hope he does not take the Jace, because that's probably one of the few immediate outs to the Thought Knot, apart from like double burn spell. Took Snapcaster Mage. I don't think that has a lot of value yet. Ooh, Bolt. Question is, do these kind of decks play Caracas or not? I think I'm just waiting for now. I'm bolting it end of turn so he can't play a second Thalia, right? I do take some extra damage here, but I think that's okay. I probably don't survive this here. They haven't shown any wastelands, but I don't want to get wasted off red if he does have it. I mean off blue, so... Now probably the chase isn't gonna be enough either. Okay, I'm not even gonna have a chase. I could brainstorm into another bolt and another red source and kill one of the Thought Knots. Alas, I do not. Pretty sure I'm dead here. I mean, I am actually dead. Even if I can deal with one of them. Pretty guitar, sure. They do run basics, so I don't think I want to Blood Moon them, but I might be wrong. Definitely want these against their chalices. Definitely want Vapor Snacks here, just to hold off, like as a sort of a time walk. Is it Charm? I don't think it does a whole lot. Force seems important. Engineered Explosives deals with Chalice as well. Probably Spell Pierce is too slow. Thing in the Eye seems great. Snapcaster seems too slow as a 3-off. Click seems a good way to disrupt them. And Punishing Fire, I'm assuming it doesn't kill enough of their creatures. So I'm gonna cut one of them. Yes, would like to play first. I This is tricky, like he deals with a chalice and I do have a thing in the eye, so I think I'm gonna keep this. It's like a can, like if this had a ponder in it, it would have been great, because like I might never cast this Bedlam Reveler. So I need to lead with Blue Delta so I don't get wrecked by suppression fields. Like I guess Thalia Heretic Atari doesn't matter because I'm not gonna have, if they play turn 1, either way I'm gonna have tap land enter next turn. Okay. Thalia is fine for now, I can block it with I can block it with the thing in the ice. And next turn I might just naturalize his Chromox, or I click him. I'm not yet sure what I think is best. Like if he misses a land drop, I'm definitely gonna naturalize him. Probably click is better here, because like naturalizing his Chromox is only good if he's mana screwed, but click, like he can do something depending on what's in his hand, and then I can make the decision based on what's really going on instead of based on what I hope is going on. Then I can still actually deck Fade and steal the Chromox as well. I guess my opponent made the decision for me. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let's see. They can... Actually, they can't hardcast the Batterskull yet, because it's gonna cost 1 more because of Thalia, so I think I take the Revoker, so he can't deck Faden me. I mean, so he can't name deck Faden. If I draw a land and I steal his Chromox with deck Faden, I think I'm in a reasonable spot, because then he's gonna be very far from hardcasting the Batterskull. Okay, no such thing. So either I play a second thing in the ice, or I Ancient Grudge the Chromox. Ancient Grudging the Chromox gives me 1 less counter on this, and gets me closer to casting Bedlam Reveler. And playing a second thing in the ice doesn't actually add any blockers, because I don't want to block the Thought-Knot Seer yet. So I think I'm gonna attack with Click. If he wants to bounce it, I think that's fine with me, because then I'm definitely gonna click him. And then I do it in his turn. He did find another land, which is unfortunate. Here I think I might wanna block first, and after damage I Punishing Fire the Thought-Knot Seer. Because I need to deal the damage first, or he can Caracas bounce it in response to the Punishing Fire. Like my click, and then it won't have dealt damage. Block here. Okay, he actually doesn't want me to deal the damage. Sure. Now I can actually just end of turn click him again. Or I can Punishing Fire the Thalia, but he has a second Thalia. And he can Hardcast Batterskull next turn. So I think maybe I'm gonna click myself here. And take away the Bedlam Reveler, because I'm very far from casting it. And I want to draw another land, so target myself. Get rid of Bedlam Reveler. I'll Ponder, that's not the worst. It's clearly not gonna let me block here. Actually, I can use it as a blocker forever. Because like if he bounces it before I declare blockers, I can flash it back in. And if he bounces it after I declare blockers, then I already prevented the damage. So, ooh, Wasteland, that's gonna force my hand. Okay, I did not expect my opponent to play Wasteland. That kind of sucks. So I'm gonna tap this for... Tap it for red, he can bounce the click already. Although, does it matter? Maybe I'm just... Maybe I already... Punishing Fire the Thought-Knot Seer. So he can't attack, or he just bounce it. He's gonna bounce it anyway, right? Yeah, so I don't want to give him one more life. And colorless, so I Punishing Fire him, I guess. I guess it makes the most sense. Then I need to ponder for a land as soon as possible. Or I could play another thing in the ice, but I'm gonna take a lot of damage there, so I definitely need to flip this as quickly as possible. Not blocking here. I might draw a bolt, and then having the click up again for the same trick seems worth it. So I'm gonna start with Ponder. Ooh, I can force something here. Okay, so forcing something will mean I can flip it in his turn and not take any damage. Although he can also replay the Thought-Knot Seer then. And I get to bounce my own Vendilion click. Okay, he's gonna bounce it for me. If he plays a land and hardcasts the Batterskull, for example, he could actually force me to block there. So I think I need to play out the second thing in the ice. Just so I can, if he doesn't cast anything, I can just jump block it with the second thing in the ice. And my opponent is smart for not playing anything. Maybe I should have shuffled those top cards, because now I'm kind of weak to the thing that's going on here. Okay, so if I counter this, it flips and he can still recast the Thought-Knot Seer. But I have a bigger creature. I think I need to counter this, right? Because then at least I don't have the Thalia and I can replay the deck Faden. I'm gonna counter this, pitch my... I know, I guess the counter spell, because I don't want to keep open all this mana. Then I'm gonna draw the Spell Snare. My opponent can only take one deck Faden, so I'm... And like I won't be Thalia text anymore, which seems great. I can actually spell snare the Thalia if deck Faden draws me into a blue source. But he has two Thalia, so I'm not sure I want to do that. So I kill him in 2 attacks, but yeah, I need to keep this as a blocker forever. So I hope these decks do not play. I hope these decks do not play what's it called, the Flicker Wisp or Eldrazi Displacer. Maybe that would be a reason to. Can I still undo my tapping? No. Okay, it's too bad. Because maybe I wanted to upkeep Vendilion Clique just to avoid dying to like Eldrazi Displacer. So discard a fetch land, I assume, because then I can still force of will something at some point. Then discard the. I guess the second deck Faden. The other cards seem better here. Now, if I lose to Displacer now, I only have to thank myself for not seeing the line. Definitely need to next turn do something. I think opponent could have played Better Skull first. Interesting. Thorn of Amethyst, that's annoying enough, I assume. So I think I don't want to get back this Punishing Fire yet. Or do I? If I get it back now? No, I think at first I need to see what I draw. Probably want more land. Actually, I could Ancient Grudge this. Then I can Punishing Fire the Thalia. Snapcaster seems better. The Thing in the Eyes does not seem good. Yeah, I think I need to get rid of the Thorn, right? So I get another... Could get a Volcanic, because I'm not gonna need... He already took my Naturalize. I'm not gonna need green mana. I can tap this for green. I use a Volcanic to pay the Punishing Fire. Let's see, tap for green. I pay for one Punishing Fire. Then I need to, before doing anything else, I need to Ancient Grudge's Thorn. Oh yeah, crap. This is gonna... I figured this costs 1. Wait. This is a bug. Oh, Thalia makes it one more expensive as well. Oh, I completely messed that up. Okay, good Snapcaster, but I can't do anything with the Snapcaster mana. Yeah, like this is a double tax, and I should not have returned the Punishing Fire, but then I wouldn't have been able to kill a Thalia either, right? I guess I can just 4 mana Punishing Fire Thalia. And still hope he doesn't have any... Still hope he doesn't have any bouncing effect here. But yeah. So he has a second Thalia and a Better Skull. I can take the Better Skull. If he plays the Thalia, no, if he plays a Better Skull, I take the Better Skull. I equip it to my Thing in the Eyes, which would be funny, and then I attack for a whole bunch of Vigilance, Lifelink damage. Oh, Gideon, that's gonna be a problem. Because I can't kill it immediately, and it's just gonna keep spamming creatures. So I need 3 blockers now. Or I need to Punishing Fire 2 of these. I'm very close to ultimating deck Faden, so I need to survive one more turn so I can like start getting control of Thought Knot Seer, for example. I can't play Click as a blocker. I can play Snapcaster, so Snapcaster Punishing Fire on Thalia would do it. Actually no, Gideon is an attacker as well, so I need one more attacker. So Snapcaster Punishing Fire the Thalia doesn't do it. I think I start with trying to dig for a bolt or something. Discard the Grove. Discard, I guess the Vendilion Click doesn't matter anymore. Actually the Spell Snare, right? Spell Snare doesn't do anything. So I need 4 blockers here. Or like Snapcaster, I have 4 mana left. Maybe Snapcaster Ponder is my best bet. But I already made a land drop. Snapcaster Ponder, I'm only gonna have Snapcaster Ponder could find me a bolt, but then I'm still taking 2 damage next turn. So just return Punishing Fire, play 4 mana Punishing Fire. Yeah, this Thorn of Amethyst is really wrecking me. I don't think I have anything. Ghost Lake's Return would do it, but I didn't board it in. I mean, Ghost Lake's Return for... No, for Ghost Lake's Return I can't even play Snapcaster anymore. So return P-Fire, play P-Fire, play Snapcaster, Ponder, have 2 mana left. I think I'm just gonna wait for his turn and see if he remembers to attack with Gideon or not. Like, he might make a mistake. I don't think he will, but... So I'm gonna Snapcaster Punishing Fire and then still lose. Oh, if only Deck Faden would have had one more counter, that would have been great. Oh, Punishing Fire there, whatever. Okay, was still close, and let's see what we would have drawn. Ah, okay, the bolt. Let's see, we could have bolted Thalia for 2, then Snapcaster, bolt the token, and double blocked. Yeah, if you had been 1 card deeper, we would have had a chance. Now he could even have stolen his Gideon, like he would have attacked maybe at some point. Like I would have blocked the Gideon with a Snapcaster, and like it would survive. The Thought Knot Seer would have died. We would have drawn a card. Then I would have ultimated Deck Faden, and then I could Punishing Fire the Gideon. Only if he animates it as a creature, then I could have animated. Of course, he would know I have the emblem and Punishing Fire, so maybe he would just have kept making tokens, but... On the die roll, yes, would like to play first. Would not like to keep this. This is fine. I guess I'll let my turn 1 play be decided on the scry, like whether I want to fetch, and this seems good against a lot of decks, so I'm just gonna play Misty Rainforest and pass. It also allows me to force something through a daze. And I could even still be Enchantress. Like if my opponent knows I like playing Enchantress, like I do run Misty Rainforest in the deck. So that's another upside. Like if we go fetch basic preordain, then they definitely know what we run. And I can actually also use this to fetch away the Izzet Charm if I would like to do so. Gonna preordain here. I don't think I want to keep open my Izzet Charm just to counter a random spell. I think I want to draw both of these. So I think I'm not gonna ponder here. And again, I can still counter something through a through a daze, which might be relevant. Young Pyromancer. I can kill it next turn. He's gonna get a whole bunch of tokens though. I think I counter it here. Then if he counters back, I'll let it resolve, because then at least if I punching fire it, you won't get any tokens out of it. So let's drop my thing in the ice. Then probably I want to fetch a Volcanic to be a bit safer against Wasteland, and Ponder. I don't know what I'm pondering for, just like a Grove, for example, or Force Pitch, Gitaxian Probe. Which means, yeah, they could have protected their Pyromancer, but decided against it. Okay, Grove. If I draw a Grove, I can kill anything except Gurmak Angler, and actually Gurmak Angler is coming close, so I think I'm gonna shuffle this, because I don't want to draw a second land. Okay, thanks to the great Magic Online shuffling system, I got what I wanted, and still had a shuffle. Come on, waste me. Yes, thank you, opponent. Now he's gonna get his Angler. No, that's 7 mana. If he does find a probe of this Ponder, he can Angler. And then I'm gonna be sad. Unless I draw a Bolt. Deathrite, you say? I don't mind about that. I think I can represent something here, like there's no way he's gonna interact with his Punishing Fire if I wait. Okay, he's gonna get his Angler. Sure. I wouldn't mind drawing a Jace or a Lightning Bolt here. I'm sure this is gonna find him some protection. At least that's what he's gonna be looking for. Like either Daze for my Jace or Force for my Bolt or whatever. That's not good. Let's see, punishing, return. I can't even punish twice, so. Yeah, Angler, the big problem of the deck in Grixis Delver. Which is one of the reasons I want to sideboard in Vapor Snag in this matchup. Therapy me, probably gonna name Punishing Fire, so I might as well get in 2 extra damage here. Curious what he's gonna name here. Yeah, Chase. No, I wouldn't have played my Chase around the days, probably. I probably would have jammed it there. But yeah, it's definitely the card that my opponent should be most afraid of. Here, I probably want to block, and only if the block resolves. So I need him to attack first. But first, before I do it, I need to know that actually my fetch is gonna resolve. Okay. Then I need to click. He could have a bolt. I mean, he's been digging for a long time and he has not yet played a burn spell. He's gonna brainstorm in response. If I target him, he could bolt it. But if I target myself, there is no way I can target myself. And like, of course, if this is not gonna be able to block, who is gonna force it? That's probably good for him. Kill my grove. A little bit too late to do anything useful. Actually, I probably wanna pierce anything. Okay, I need to draw the chase now or die. I guess I just die. Okay, draw a card. Huh, one turn late. Yeah, I would still have died probably to him drawing a bolt at some point, but I would have had more time. Some snags, some pyroblasts, maybe some amount of blood moons. On the draw maybe I only want one, but this deals with young pyromancers and delvers. Fluster Storm, I don't know, maybe good in the counter bars, whatever. I'm gonna start with this. Cut a force. I can't cut all of them. Punishing Fire doesn't deal with everything, and he's probably gonna board in Surgicals. Spell Pierce is not good. Probably a single Blood Moon is good enough here, because they have Young Pyromancer and Bolts, so shooting off my own Punishing Fire may not be worth it. Spell Snare. I think it only stops Young Pyromancer, so I probably don't want both of them in. Sometimes they play Diabolic Edict as well, but I'm really not sure if how good Fluster Storm is in this matchup. Probably don't care enough about Young Pyromancer with all the removal spells. And Click was really good there, like if he couldn't force it, I might have, maybe not won, but I would have had a lot more time. Probably double force, maybe on the play I want back more forces. But yeah, I think on the draw, having a double seems fine. Play first, yes, easy keep. Doesn't have a bolt yet, but I'm gonna ponder for probably a removal spell. Any order shuffle. It's not the worst. Probably gotta keep it around until he plays Garmac Angler, because Vapor snagging a Deathrite is not as impressive. Here, I don't want my ponder to get dazed, I think. Although, maybe it's an okay trade. But then again, if I wanted only to draw the force, then I should have played Polluted Delta. So I think I wanna shuffle there. Like if I had not played land, maybe I would have taken the force and then used my Polluted Delta to shuffle. Opponent is taking it slow, and so are we. If we use this counterspell, I think I'm dropping the thing in the ice. And if he wastes me here, I'm probably brainstorming. I mean, floating the mana and then brainstorming. Because I don't want to be stuck on 2 mana, but if we do not get wasted, I'd probably keep the brainstorm around for a while. Opponent does not waste us, that's interesting. Let's see, could keep open my counters spell, right? Because if he does not use Wasteland, maybe he wants to resolve a chase. Yeah, I think him not wasting me means I probably want to keep open my mana this turn. Young Pyromancer. Hydroblast. He might have therapy, and that's like he wanted to Pyromancer therapy me. And that's why he wanted to keep the Wasteland for colorless. Flusterstorm. Nope. I think here I'm just gonna counterspell. Actually, I could just bolt it, right? If he has a probe, he's gonna get 1 token out of it. I guess there are better counterspell targets. I could have a force, but it does not. Okay. He's even F6ing. So now he's probably gonna wasteland me. So does this mean I wanna brainstorm yet? When it was F6ing, and I do have a Vapor Snag. I think I'm playing out a thing in the ice. Then brainstorm, try to find a land. Maybe this is unnecessary. So I don't want to Bedlam anytime soon, and I do not want him to see the Vapor Snag in case he probes me or something. I'm gonna tap it for red here, and if he passes turn, I'm just gonna bolt his face, because I have a Force of Will up anyway if he wants to do something dangerous. Double Wasteland. That is annoying. Diabolic Edict with possible Pyroblast up. I think I sacrifice here, because I really need to keep the Snapcaster in hand. So I need the Snapcaster to resolve, so I need the Force of Will to protect my Snapcaster. I need to find another land. Oops, wrong version. And I need to keep the Vapor Snag around as well. So Ponder digs me deeper, but it might force me to shuffle away my Battle Reveler, but I think I still Ponder here. Ooh, it's very tricky. Like, if he's definitely gonna waste me, I think. So that means I'm not gonna be able to cast this Bellum Reveler anytime soon, so I think I need to shuffle it away. And I'm gonna give him the Grove here, just so if he wants to waste me, he can have the Grove. And it will also seem less necessary. To waste me. True name is very problematic here. So I need to hope this engineered explosives resolves, because it's... And does not get ancient grudged or whatever. Because except for Thing in the Ice bounce, this is my last out, and I have 2 lands on top, so I'm not gonna find a Thing in the Ice anytime soon. Yeah, this deck is kind of weak to resolve the True Name, so maybe I want the 4th Pyroblast. Okay, I'm gonna take my Vapor Snag. It's bad opponent. Bad opponent. See, he needs to attack me 6 times. So only and I need to attack him 7 times. So yeah, he's definitely winning this race. But if I find more bolts sooner, maybe I should have kept the Grove in hand though. Cannot get stifled here, so I have to fetch this Volk. We would need to draw like Thing in the Ice into exactly a bunch of cantrips, but that seems unlikely. So then I need to see if it flips. If it doesn't flip, maybe I don't bolt it yet. But if it flips, I need to. Surgical. I do not have a Punishing Fire yet. I think I need to bolt this here. And I'm still gonna lose anyway, so... come on. Let's shucks. Surgical, my Thing in the Ice. Okay, that was indeed my last out here. Except end of turn, Snapcaster Bolt. See, he would go down to 8. He would go down to 5. No, he'd still be at 1 life if I Snapcaster Bolted him. And yeah, there was not an out. Maybe I need a card that deals with both True Name and... okay, Chase is not gonna do it. Might as well cast him, right? Probably want to keep red open. Yeah, if this had been a Gormak Angler, we would have been fine this game. Opponent bolting me. Sure. And we're dead. GGS. And that's a risk. If you ever tap out against the True Name deck, I don't remember when I pitched the counterspell to my Force of Will. I think it was in response to Young Pyromancer, right? Maybe? Because I didn't want to get therapied there. Maybe I should have let it resolve and keep the counterspell for the true name. But yeah, it's easy to see now where it went wrong. But maybe we probably wouldn't have won otherwise either. So we started off really good, then ended 3-2. Probably want to open this just because. Let's see what we get. Coax from the. I can't read what it is. Anyway, see you for the next video. Goodbye.